What's going on, Voodies? It's your boy, Johnny B. First of all, I want to thank you for checking out the VooDoo Chef Podcast. Your support means the world. The VooDoo Chef's my guy, and this podcast, it's pretty entertaining, and they record it live on YouTube every Tuesday night at 8:15. So download it and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Bing! Hit that right there. And wherever you get your podcast, just go search VooDoo Chef Podcast and subscribe to that too. But make sure you set a reminder right now every Tuesday night at 8:15 so you can watch it live on the YouTube channel. Go. Tell Alexa right now, remind me to watch the VooDoo Chef Podcast at 8:15 p.m. Alexa, done. She's doing it right now. I love my Alexa. Thanks for checking out the VooDoo Chef.
What's up, Voodies? It's CS3 Alexis Fernandez. I am the 2017 VooDoo Mission Red Scholarship winner. I met Chef Youngs in 2014, where I told him I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I didn't really plan on college because I couldn't afford it. And I think that was the worst thing I said to him in all the years I've known him, because from that moment, he gave me every opportunity, from competition team to scholarships to everything he can offer me to make sure that I had a way to go to college. And thanks to his efforts and the VooDoo Foundation, I was able to go to college. I was able to attend Kaiser University in Sarasota, where I earned my Associates of Science in Baking and Pastry. And not only did he put all his efforts into making sure that I was able to go to school, but he also made sure that I had a job in the industry somewhere. Whether it was working at a general store or working at a bakery, he made sure that I was being taught and learning constantly. And thank you to him and all the opportunities he gave me, I was able to be an assistant general manager for a major bakery at 20. And to be that young and have such a big title and be able to handle it and everything that's thrown at me was honestly a blessing. And I tell him all the time, I would not be the rock star that I am today if it wasn't for you and the VooDoo Foundation. From him giving us opportunities and making sure we have a job in the industry and are always learning, and all the way to the VooDoo Foundation with all the chefs that come together for events to work with the students to teach them everything they know, and even them giving us job opportunities so that we have a chance to get our foot in the door is a blessing, and I'm very grateful for it. Today, I'm in the United States Coast Guard. I'm a chef and I still get to learn, but I also get to teach others and travel and feed hundreds of thousands of people on a regular basis. And to have the skills that I have and to be able to grow on them, I would have never had those skills if it wasn't for VooDoo Chef Foundation and Chef Youngs giving students like me a foundation and teaching us everything they know and helping us grow more and more. And the VooDoo Foundation isn't just another scholarship foundation. It's truly a family that cares. No matter where you're from, what your background is, they care. If they see a student that has passion, they are going to immediately help that student grow and build on that passion and not get discouraged like a lot of people do today. And because of that and the care and love that they have for what they do, a lot of students like me are able to be successful and grow and learn, and to be able to give back now like I can, it's a blessing, and I'm so thankful. And I tell Chef Youngs all the time, I'm a rock star because of you and the foundation you gave me to be where I am today. So thank you, Chef Youngs, and thank you, VooDoo Foundation, for giving me a foundation and for caring and giving other students like me opportunities to grow and be successful. So thank you for everything.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, Voodies? It is a great day right here in Tampa Bay. And, you know, like the hat says, your state's great. Stay right where you're at. But come visit, give us your $2 and go back home. All the love. Patrick, what's going on, man?
What's happening? What's happening?
Little subdued intro today. Not all the pomp and circumstance, not all the giggles, just getting right down to students and doing what we do, brother.
That's all right. It's been a busy couple days, or a busy couple weeks, I should say.
I was gonna say, when we talk about tonight, we're going to go back. God dog, for us, better part of 2 weeks.
Yep.
I'm sure. You know, all the competition teams were practicing and doing what they do, but I got to tell you, we're talking about VooDoo Underground 2024. We filmed this event over the past week and a half ish. And, you know, it's always great. And I say this when we're filming, it's always great getting to say who's moving on and who we're recognizing. But you always, you know, kind of feel bad for the people that don't get to move on. But last night at the culmination of the event, when we got to announce the final winner of VooDoo Underground 24, it was a great day. Mm-hmm. And then, quite honestly, that's always amazing, but I got to tell you, I really, really enjoyed when the VooDoo team, sans Yoli had to leave early, but I really enjoyed when we got to sit down, have dinner, and know that it's over.
Right.
And that's just a good feeling, and knowing that we did the right thing and we did good things. That's always a plus.
Exactly, 100%.
So I only have one bracket that I can upload, but I wonder, you know, I don't think I can black it out, and I don't know that we have the original winners bracket somewhere.
In a minute I can.
So while Patrick's looking for that, I'll tell you a little bit about VooDoo Underground if you don't already know. And probably the best way for you to find out would be to log on to rhstv.com, because this is where VooDoo Underground lives. We started this project last year, and we filmed this competition, a head-to-head culinary competition. You know, win and in. If you win, you're in. We started with 8 teams, and they go head-to-head, and they cook against another high school team. And if you win, you progress to the next round. And you can see here, complete bracket system. I know this only looks like a quarter of the, or maybe less, of the other brackets you're used to seeing this time of year. But this is how we do. So in 2024, we had 8 teams, and then we invited 8 teams back this year. I'm sorry, 2023.
Yep.
We had 8 teams, and you can watch that whole competition right now on rhstv.com. Log on to RHSTV, go to the shows tab, and then just simply find VooDoo Underground. And you guys are going to get a treat here tonight. We're going to talk about the entire competition from start to finish, and even have the winners join us right here in about 30 minutes to talk about their experience. And I don't think they know it yet, but we got a little extra competition for them here tonight. So I see their instructor in the green room with a big smile. He knows what that is. So they compete head to head. So if you just look at the bracket in the preliminary round at the top, you'll see Armwood versus Hillsborough. They got together. They brought in all their preparation and ingredients, and what they had to create was a VooDoo-inspired hamburger. Go figure, right? Nothing sucks more than sitting around eating hamburgers all day, right, Chef?
Not at all. Not at all. Did a little bit of that last week, right?
Until it's day 3, right?
It's like day 3 started hurt a little, yeah.
Can we just have a salad? Not a single one of us said that. So they go.
I went home one of the nights, and my wife's like, "Hey, do you want a burger for dinner?" I'm like, "Seriously? Do you know what I just did all day at work? No, right. I don't want a burger."
I had the same thing, and I was like, "Seriously? Okay, yeah, let's have burgers." So they have 20 minutes to create 10 VooDoo-inspired hamburgers live. We filmed the entire event. They're going up against a timer. They have to have them on a plate. They have to have them. on the plate, ready to go. You're exactly right, Fleener. It is a tough job, brother. So they have them in their baskets on their plates, and at the end of that, we take them to the judges. And the judges are a group of chefs, pit masters, community members, educators, and they have a scoring rubric. We are educators at the end of the day. We tell them what we're looking for, and they get scored, and we announce the winner right there. And then that winner knows that they're moving on and coming back the next day. So and we filmed this over the period of 3 days total. First and foremost, big shout out to Irwin Technical College. It's been my home for the past 7 years, Pat's for the past 3, I believe. Mm-hmm. And, they host the entire event. They allow us to come in, take over. Even though we work there, it is completely separate. We finish our day gig, and then we convert the whole kitchen over, bring in the film crew, and we get ready to rock and roll. So we shut down the entire culinary program. We move it to the other wing of our facility. They keep doing, normal days routines, and, we get to play around and eat hamburgers all day. When they come in, they compete, they win, and they're in. So this is day one. We had 4 competitions, and, full production set, full production team. Everybody's mic'd up, cameras everywhere. And they create these just awesome burgers. I think if I remember correctly, I'll start with Hillsboro's burger. Hillsboro called it the VooDoo Bash. Now, VooDoo Bash, of course, our event on August 3rd, where we look for the best burger in Florida, and we have restaurateurs and chefs come in and compete at that event. You can get your ticket right now at voodoobash.com. They called it the VooDoo Bash burger because they used every VooDoo product currently available for sale in their burger. And Pat, I don't know about you. When I read this descriptor and when Chef Dunn talked to me about it, I was like, oh my God, this is just going to be horrible, because every VooDoo product is written for a different flavor profile, different cuisine, but yet it kind of worked.
It did. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised too. I mean, I remember I came to you as I was getting all the judges stuff put together, and I'm like, is this right? Is this a typo somewhere? Did we combine somebody else's the same one?
Is he at the wrong event?
So I was so confused, right? but yeah, I mean, it came together.
And there was so much VooDoo in it. We asked all the chefs and teams to send us a menu description like you would read on a menu. Mm-hmm. They drew us a picture and sent it to us because there was so much stuff in it. And we're like, dude, no, you have to write it up.
Right.
And they're like, but I sent a picture. So I sent a build chart. You guys know what that is. Yeah, we do. You still got to write it up, homie. Yeah. And it came together and played really, really well. And then almost, I noticed you shaved, bro. Mm-hmm. And maybe because I noticed you shaved my mustaches or whatever you call this is tickling my nose, bro. It's really bothering me. I need to get, maybe I'll wax it down. So Armwood, your old stomping grounds, mm-hmm. They come to the table. They won last year. And man, I can't remember what they had on their burger from last year. So the picture on the screen right now, the avocado burger that's offered through VooDoo Chef Catering, this is a homage to the Armwood burger from last year. Right. We added some hot honey to it. We made it the avocado a mash instead of a salad, and we were literally paying homage to them. And it was so damn good. We're like, yeah, let's just keep it on the catering menu. But do you remember what they made this year? I know it was supposed to be a double patty. And
if I'm not mistaken, top of my head, they went Mediterranean style.
That's correct.
Right.
And they used VooDoo Red on it, which the judges were like, first of all, you're using a Southwest seasoning and you're calling it a Mediterranean burger.
Right.
And then they advertise cheese and they forgot the cheese. And that's just literally what happens in this event. Things happen, and it's kind of real world, because once they're there and they have the film crew on them and everything's rocking and rolling, there's no turning back. You can't say, well, let me go get the cheese, or, well, we'll just 86 that. Everything's all typed up, printed, and sent to the judges, and we know everything we're looking for. Speaking of things we're looking for, look what I found backstage. What's going on, Big Eddie C?
Oh, it's a great Tuesday night. I'm eating flan and hanging out with y'all.
Oh.
So,
I would say half a good thing. I'm not a flan guy.
that's too bad. There's plenty for me and Pat then.
Is it from the factory?
If by the factory you mean my kitchen, yeah.
Oh, then I definitely want to try some of that.
Cheesecake flan, to be specific.
Yeah, you need to come by Irwin tomorrow, dude. Battle that rain that's coming in and come by.
Right.
I'll give it a shot.
So Fleener says, I love that he was taking a huge bite as we brought him in.
Yep. Totally on brand for me.
If anybody's going to point it out, it's going to be the Fleen, right?
Yeah, with me being a fucking buffoon and eating. Yeah, of course. He's like that little demon on my shoulder that stands there. Edward, you shouldn't eat that. Except he's got no standing either. Jesus.
He's got one standing on his shoulder going, Fleener, you shouldn't have called him Andy Griffith.
No.
Well, he does say he misses you, my friend. All right, let's talk about my old stomping ground, Big Eddie C's old stomping ground, Chamberlain Storm versus King High School. Now, true statement, in the middle of production, I called them Chamberlain Chiefs, and the students quickly corrected me.
Oh, boy.
The Storm, you can't say Chiefs. We'll have another story on that in a moment. And I very quickly said, once a chief, always a chief, and then corrected myself for their sake and called them the Storm. Chamberlain Storm brought their version of a In-N-Out burger. When they did the mustard on the patty, they added more dirt than humanly possible. I think the stock on dirt went up based on the amount they were using. Supply and demand definitely went into effect. They used so much dirt, they had to text me and said, "Hey, bro, we're out of dirt. Can you bring us a bottle?" So they did dirt in there, and then they did dust on their patties. They created an amazing version of the In-N-Out burger, and they did so in their own way. They made their own steak sauce, and they did a great job. I was very proud. Chef Matt Bartholomew, one of my alumni. So to see him come into the competition and represent, that was a great thing. And King High School, got to tell you, are we gonna spill tea here? I mean, we'll spill tea. I don't care.
We're already enough all the winners, right? I mean, it's all public knowledge.
Yeah, but I'm gonna share non-public knowledge because I can. So King High School, I got to tell you, I was thoroughly impressed with the effort they put forth, the burger they brought to the table, and they absolutely did a great job. Chef Gerald Dubois just absolutely killed it with his team. But here's where I'm horrible. I don't remember what they made. Once it's said out loud, if Patrick knows, I'll remember. Mm-hmm. And if not, it's okay. But just a very creative burger. They had zing on it. They did a Fat Boy Ranch aioli.
Blazing bacon Fat Boy burger, some chuck, brisket patty, toasted pretzel bun.
Brisket and short
pretzel bun.
And it was a brisket and short rib blend. Mm-hmm. And they made an aioli using Fat Boy. And they didn't call it Fat Boy, Fatboy. It was Fat Boy, Fat, new word, BOY. And, Yeah, like we would say, Chambo. I guess they're king. It is what it is. But just an awesome competition. We're gonna go backwards right now. Armwood lost to Hillsborough, and Chamberlain versus King, I think, was the closest match in round one. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it was only a 6-point differential, and Chamberlain won and took the highest score of day one. And it was sad that King had to lose to Chamberlain because King had the second highest score on day one. Yet they were eliminated because that's how VooDoo Underground goes. And I don't know any of this. I mean, I got a score report from Patrick, I think this morning, from the whole competition. Yep. I know nothing of the scores. What I get is a piece of paper that says, here's who won each round. That's it. I don't want anybody to think I have any sway or judgment in this. I stay way away from it. But when I saw those scores, I was like, my goodness. Now, Patrick did tell me it was a 6-point differential, very close, because when we talk about it, we got to say, oh my God, with one of the closest scores, we got to play that game. But again, day one, Chamberlain, highest score out of any team, and King High School, second highest score out of any team, yet eliminated. That was tough. That was tough bill. So moving on, we had Armwood, we had Hillsborough and Chamberlain in round one, which to me was a great matchup because I started my teaching career at Hillsborough. I did 5 years and then I moved to Chamberlain. So that was a fun competition just for me, nostalgia's sake. Let's go to the second bracket here. Oh my goodness. Wharton High School. Chef Brenton Day, we call him Rhino, against, I'm sorry.
Nope.
He went to Wharton. He taught at Wharton. He taught at Wharton with Chef John Roscovenci, who is at Wharton now. Right. And East Bay High School is where Chef Brenton Day is now. They taught together for a total of, I think they said 17 years, going from Sideburns to Epicurean to Wharton High School. And then just a couple years ago, Rhino left and went to East Bay. And I think, Pat, you are super excited about this matchup. Just
it'll be fun. Figured, why not, right? We were going through it. I'm like, two good friends, worked with each other for years. Why not put school by school here and they might have a little side bet off camera that we don't even know about? I mean, I would if I was competing against a good friend of mine.
Just you couldn't have two better guys, right? Both industry chefs, both from the Burns family, which right here in town doesn't get much better than that. Winefest, they Burns is perennially cooking at the James Beard House. So I said that's not the right word. That's not the right word. What's the word I'm looking for, Ed?
Annually?
Maybe.
Perennially?
Well, what's that?
Perennially?
What's that? Educate.
You mean like year round, constant?
Well, I wouldn't say constant, and I wouldn't say annually. I wouldn't say it's like, oh, it's June, let's go again. But they have done it multiple times, and they're constantly
perpetually.
Perpetually.
One of those words.
I'll stay over here.
You can count on me. Remember, it is National Autism Awareness Day.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Today? Oh man, it's the second. I was hoping it was the first.
Oh shit. That was yesterday.
I love the meme you sent us today. That was incredible.
All right.
Oh God.
All right, so we got Wharton against East Bay. I'm going to fly through this because we got students who are waiting to pop in this room and share their story with us. I think I see Mackenzie falling asleep. Jordan Jordan tapped out. She goes, "I'll hear my name and come back running." I think Mitch is taking a nap because he's old. I don't know. All right, so East Bay and Wharton, East Bay's Burger, Patrick, for lack of a better description, they did a Big Mac.
They did. And that's what I thought when I first saw it. That's what it gave me the reminder of as it walked past me.
And the Wharton burger, there's too many.
Wharton Burger. So they did the one with the potato sticks, a quick pickle portobello mushroom, the red honey glazed bacon.
Yes, they did. So they used red all over it. And I love the red on the potato sticks because it doesn't just bring crunch. It gave you that flavor on the forefront with that pop. For me, I was so excited about the pickled portobello mushroom, but then it looked like they boiled them to heat them back up, and it just kind of it made them a bland portobello. It didn't have that excitement that I was expecting.
Right. I mean, when I read that description the first time, so I was excited actually for that dirty coffee mayo, and then for having some of the dirt on the brioche bun.
So you got I don't know if did you taste that one? I know you in the first couple rounds you missed a couple.
I think I got that one. I know I missed the first two at least. Because I was running around.
I thought the mayo had a great flavor. I thought the dirt on the bun, it's some shit I do. It was more gimmick than flavor, but you got the dirt on the outside of the bun, and you could say it was there.
Right.
As you went through the burger, I thought holistically, isn't it funny how it all comes back? I thought holistically the burger was on the sweeter side, and left the savory component to be desired. And I think had they balanced it a little more, it might have hit a little better.
Right.
I
do remember it being sweet. Yeah, I do. That's one of the first things I noticed when I took that bite. I mean, with all these, I only took a quarter of a burger of the ones I did sample, knowing that I've got 8 of them looking at me in the face.
People, if you watch the RHS shows, you see them gapped out. And if you're like me, you might binge it, but it's still, you're like, oh, that was episode 1. All right, this is episode 2. And you don't necessarily in your brain think that we're filming this like this. And so I get to go taste the burger and talk smack about the burger and go, oh my God, this is so good. And they're all good. Right. But by the time you're on that third burger and it's all in one day and you're on your freaking third burger out of 8, the only thing you're thinking about is, oh my Jesus, I just want to go home and take a nap. Because, most people go, I wish I got to do that. Hey, come on down. I will cook you 8 burgers and we'll let you sit there and eat them and talk about them and film you doing it. And then have somebody going, yeah, I didn't like that one. Do it again. So that's one of the downsides of being a culinary instructor sometimes. Just having to do with a large class, having to taste everybody's product and give feedback and critique. As much as I like food, when I got to taste 25 different grilled cheese sandwiches in one day. Right.
It starts to hurt. Starts to hurt at the end of the day.
and thank God I was like on that carb-free diet at that time. So I could not hurt any feelings and just say, I can't right now. I'm on a diet. But like tomorrow, I'm in the kitchen B. So tomorrow I have to taste everything that they produce in kitchen B, and I will get I will get a 1 quart like this. It's my tea glass today. Tomorrow it'll be my 4 spoon container, and I'll walk down the line and I'll taste every single thing and throw the spoon away. And by the time I'm done on the line, I'm tapped out. I don't want to be in class anymore. It's like I'm done.
But at least that's all different food. You're not doing 25 different deviled eggs back to back to back to back.
Oh, you said different food. I thought you said it's all good food.
No, it's all different. It's going to be good too, obviously, but
still classroom.
It's going to be different. It's not all the same.
Today I got a text that says you might want to taste this dish, and I'm not going to say what it was. Because if somebody's watching and it was them, they'll go, oh my God, what'd I do? And I don't want them to hear about it here. I want to talk to them about it tomorrow. So I said, hey, go get me a little taste of this stuff to somebody. And I put it, the moment it hit my tongue, I was like, we're being honest here, on day one, nobody salted any of their burgers. Nobody. No burger had. No, I thought there might have been a salt shortage due to the eclipse coming or something. Everybody was, buying salt. I was about to call. Right. I thought I about called somebody and said, hey, Spider, is there something I need to know about salt? Is there a world crisis? Nobody salted their burgers. And I now know why, because they were saving it for the dish that I tasted today. I thought I was over in Jordan by that Dead Sea or wherever that's at, and somebody was trying to drown me.
You thought you turned Mormon. You're in Utah, Salt Lake City.
There you go, bro. It was, oh my God. And then I sent someone's, we have the rule. Ask 2 other students. Ask the student in charge of your kitchen before you ask a chef. So I had a student taste it, and I go, you tell me what's wrong with it. And he goes, oh, bro. And I said, do you know what to do with that? And he goes, yeah, I'm going to go to the white coat right now. I said, no, just go straight to Del Campo. Just take that straight to Del Campo. Get that food off the line now. It was that bad. So it was horrible, dude. It was horrible. All right. So in preliminary round, East Bay took Wharton. And it was, no matter how much we wanted to see that rivalry, one of the things that it excites me the most is all of the instructors are in the room at one time, and the amount of camaraderie that's displayed between the instructors and support of other school students, and just amazing. And as much as we say we do it for the children, when you see that amongst the instructors, that's just like so much better, because we all know how much I say I hate teachers, but it's so not true, because when you see things like that, it just makes you remember why we do what we do.
Right.
And Big Eddie C, we missed you, but we know you were out saving the future of America at the schools you work at during those days.
Allegedly. Yeah. So, yeah, there was a lot going on. Plus, I've been dealing with some similar back issues. That's why I keep fidgeting around here trying to get comfortable. So, but I would have liked to have been there. I always say I'm a shitty judge because I'm like the only guy in the world who loves burgers, but not down with the L-top anymore, man. I want the fucking meat and the cheese. Don't piss me off with condiments. I don't want a fucking salad. If that's the case, I'll go to Greenlane. That's it, man. Give me the burger. Give me some cheese, maybe some bacon, and that's about it, man. Every so often I'll do like kind of an all-American burger where I'll put some ketchup and mustard and some pickles, but not with mine at home. Anybody who knows me knows I grind my own meat. I think the flavor of those shouldn't be it shouldn't be smothered with other bullshit. And I think whether you're doing it at home or doing it for a competition, man, that motherfucker, that needs to be the Brad Pitt. You don't want anybody else overshining or shadowing the burger. So,
But what if you have Brad Pitt and George Clooney? I mean, what if it's Ocean's 11?
Well, Brad's still better looking, but George got the smart assier lines, so it's a 51-49 thing there. If you're going to have something else in there, like a bacon, then make it worthy of being there, but make it complimentary. That's the thing. You do want that Ocean's 11. If you're going to have something else on that burger, don't kick it to the background. You got to compliment it. I mean,
everybody has to have their role, and everybody has to come together for the greater cause.
Right. Don't stand in anybody's shadow, but don't block their light.
True statement. So, all right, let's get down to the last one of day one. Robinson Knights, Mitch Smithy. He's a VooDoo. He's part of our team. He's been on here many times. They created so if you talk about the In-N-Out burger, it's a double cheeseburger with bacon. We talked about that on the top. Robinson High School, not too far off. Double cheeseburger with bacon. different seasonings. Their bacon was a VooDoo Chef red candied bacon. And I believe they use Zing.
Zing garlic aioli with the El Top homemade pickles, served on a toasted La Segunda bun.
Oh my God, that bun, because it was made like within 24 hours of consumption. You know what I mean? And I swear to God, if we talk to Robinson and they go, "Oh no, we pulled that out of the freezer," we're gonna fight.
Just don't say it.
Right? Just don't tell me. Let it live in my brain.
You
You picked it up in Ybor, like on your way to see us that day. Look, here's that camaraderie.
Yep.
We got East Bay checking in saying it was a damn good burger, and it was. And they went against Crest. Crest, the winner of the very first VooDoo Underground. I don't know that we called it that back then, but it was the same event. And they did their Crest burger. They served the Crest burger at their school. It's a double smash patty, cheese, bacon. It's bacon. They use VooDoo Chef Firehouse, which I still am going to have to call. Is this what you're laughing at, buddy? You laughing at this one?
Yeah, fucking Firehouse story.
So they have Firehouse. Firehouse I haven't made in a hot minute. So they either got it from an online store, third party, or they still have it in their dry storage. And if that's the case, I might have to go steal some because I'm out. And they rub that on their bacon and then they candy it. And so it's an habanero candy bacon, and it's phenomenal. It's a dirty burger. And then they use their SIG sauce, which they call Charger sauce. And a lot of the SIG sauces are very close, but they have their very own distinct flavor, which is very cool. And, they said, we've won with this burger. We're bringing it back. Why change it if it's not broke? And the reason is every now and again, you got to change your plays because the other team gets a hold of your book and they know what's going on. And Robinson took that round.
Yep.
Robinson took that round. And Robinson did a great job. I think that was our biggest point differential of the day.
It was.
And by far it was, and Robinson deserved that win. It was a very big point differential. So, one thing that we get questioned about all the time is, what are the parameters? We definitely have rules of engagement, and that's what we call them, rules of engagement, because this is a battle. But at the end of the day, when the burgers go to the judges, and they go to the judges regardless, just full spilt tea right here. Robinson only completed 7 burgers on day 1. All 7 burgers went to the judges' room. And with those 7 burgers, I'm being held up saying something, but I know what went to the judges' room. And it doesn't matter what you're saying in the room. 7 burgers went to the judges' room, and they were scored, and the judges' differential was so big it didn't matter. So just a great day 1. Absolute amazing day 1. Pat, do you disagree?
Not at all. I mean, everybody had great burgers. Biggest differential, I would say there was 1 or 2 things that really stood out that really caused that differential, which is hard to overcome.
Yeah,
on the back end.
And those we do share all of the feedback with the instructors, and if the instructors choose to share it with the competitive teams, that's on them. But all the instructors will get the feedback of, obviously we just finished filming last night. They're not going to get feedback until later in the week as we start really compiling that data so it's true. And, sometimes working in kitchens, a lot of people say, "Oh, you guys are rude. You're, the way you guys talk in the kitchen." We talk in the kitchen distinctly with purpose, and so that we only have to say it one time, because we don't have time to say it 8 different times and worry about if we're going to hurt your feelings or any of that. Quick, distinct, to the point. No matter how bad it's going to hurt your feelings, we're talking about things that are being consumed by people, and we need to make sure that things are safe, hot, served in a timely manner. That's our business. That's our industry. And if you're part of the crowd that can't deal with that, stay out of my kitchen. But
ain't for the snowflakes,
right? Our judges, when they're scoring burgers, they were told they had 5 minutes to taste, talk, and turn in score sheets.
Right.
So those chefs were used to that. But now they're writing in kitchen talk, and that's not what we're going to send to the instructors, because there may or may not be some snowflakes out there. All right. So with that said, here goes one of my former students right here. He knows how quick and distinct and to the point I talk. Preach. And yeah, he's all about it. He knows. Nice to have you in the room tonight, Dallas. I hope the family's doing well. All right. So I think we talk about day 2. So we're not going to talk about the burgers again, because we've talked about them all. All the instructors were given suggestions. Actually, I don't think the instructors were. I don't know if you talked to the instructors. I talked to the teams. I gave my feedback directly to the students and said, here you go. I know we told a couple teams, salt is your friend. I mean, Ed, I don't know if you remember this back when I was at Chamberlain and we had the competition team and they didn't know how to salt their food. I stole a scene from the movie The Program with James Caan, and he made the kid carry the football around because he kept fumbling the football. He made him carry it everywhere he went. I made one of the guys on my competition team who was responsible for seasoning the food. He had to carry around a 3-pound box of kosher salt everywhere he went. And someone told me they saw him out to dinner on a Friday night with his box of kosher salt.
Oh God! Wow, that's a man committed to the process right there.
Zach, hey, you know what? He owns his own sushi restaurant these days. He's cooked for Guy Harvey. He's been all over the Caribbean. Zach Daniels, I'm proud of you and all your success, bro. Look, here we go. Max remembers it. Max remembers it vividly. And Max, since you are in the room, guys, I have to tell you, if you have not had Nosh bagels, you have no clue what you're missing. I don't know how many Max gave me in a bag, but I have nothing but love for that bag of bagels. I think I ate 3 when I got home. I think I ate more that night. And I think by the end of and you know what? I think there was a Fruity Pebble bagel in there too. And I'm like, what the heck is, it doesn't matter, man. The bagels are that good. And you could say, oh, it's cream cheese. No, I don't know what he's doing to his cream cheese. I have no clue. But I'm not going to put any other cream cheese except Max's cream cheese on my bagels. I don't know what you're doing to it, dude. Maybe it's just the fact that it was made with love. I hope it
so
was.
Where can we find these delicacies?
That's what I was going to ask. Because Angelina went to an event for Easter and someone showed up with a bag that had Nosh on it and it had bagels inside. I'm like, what do you mean somebody had Nosh bagels at the event you went to for Easter? So Max, where do people get Nosh bagels? You could just put it in the chat room. And we want to make sure and share that out because they're the best bagels on the planet. And don't start putting in there, well, have you been to New York? I ain't going to New York. I don't need to go to New York.
Fuck that.
I got Max Sherrard, Nosh Caterers bagels. And then it all started, of course, because he sent me a picture of some dough laid out with some chocolate on it. I'm like, dude, are you making rugula? And he goes, yes. And I go, I hope that's for me. Yep. And so I picked up the rugula. That didn't make it home. I ate one bag on the way home in the car. That's why I had to go home and eat those savory bagels because I ate all the rugula, and then I have I have 2 bags, so the other one is getting eaten now. Hire us for your catering until our brick and mortar opens up next year, and I got to tell you, when that brick and mortar opens up, it's going to be fire. And we'll keep you informed as to where you can find that as the details are to be released. But Notch Cater is coming up right there in the chat right now. Click on that. Make sure you check out Max, and we're going to be back in just a couple seconds to talk about the next round and the finals. Before we do, I got a cool video of one of our judges tasting some burgers.
We have for lunch today the Mr. Beast burger. It looks like normal, but it comes in a cool box with a little cool back. And so you can make the ask them that have you make pills. Oh yeah. Amazing, yo. These Mr. Beast burgers are amazing.
That, of course, is Chef Patrick's son. That's our training video for our burger judges. So Patrick showed me that video, and he goes, dude, it's so good he had to take his hat off.
That's when you know that burger's popping.
He had meat sweats after one bite. And that's, of course, everyone's favorite arts. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's go back to that bracket real quick. I don't know how to fucking get it back.
I got it. Hold on. Give me a second.
Wait, there it is. Boom.
Okay.
And we'll do this thing here. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how to make the other layout.
Make that one go away, and I'll fix it.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to round 2. Maybe not. Dude, I could have played Survivor puzzle here.
Yeah.
What
is it? Public access?
And just so we're on the same page, I clicked that button.
Before me, it's like, shit, where is it? I clicked that one.
Oh, shoot. That's not the bracket we want.
That's one you just had up.
We're geniuses here, man. We're pros. We're pros.
First.
That's why, because that's not Patrick owns the bracket, not me.
What?
That's why.
We're good now.
All right, so we had Hillsborough versus Chamberlain, Eastbay versus Robinson. We're gonna edit that other part out. Nobody saw that. Ready? It's like magic.
Saw it on Facebook, but never mind that. Let's not let facts get in the way.
Right. I don't know who posted it, Mitch. All right, so day 2, we slow the time frame down a little bit. We're not rushing as much because we're now taking
Careful, Erik.
Thanks, Max. Thanks, Max. And yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes. So we slow filming down, and we have an AM and a PM film now. And we had Chamberlain versus Hillsborough, and then we had East Bay versus Robinson. They cook the same burgers. They're allowed to make updates to the burgers from the day before. And I'm going to tell you the most distinct update from the 4 burgers was the salt addition to the animal burger for Chamberlain. They had the highest score on day 1. This too was a very tight competition on day 2, but the salt on that burger was the difference maker on day 2, and it made that burger absolutely pop. I don't remember the score. I think
I'm trying to find it.
I think we were within. I think it was within 10 points.
So for Chamberlain Hillsborough, we were down to 2 points.
2 points. So it was the closest of the day.
Closest
That
of
meant that meant the Chamberlain and King score was 6 points, because
Yes.
I knew we were around there. And I did they go down on day 2?
They as in Chamberlain, yes, they did.
So their
28
score
points
went down. Their score went down, even though the quality of the burger went up.
Right.
Now,
And it was a pretty significant drop too.
right. So let's address that real quick. Day 1, in the AM, we had a certain select group of judges.
Mhm.
In the PM, we had a different group of judges.
Mhm.
Some of them carried over.
Mhm.
But on day 2, a complete new set of judges.
Right.
So you're still getting fairness in burger against burger, but that's what the discrepancy in the score was for the individual teams from day 1 to day 2. I will tell you, everybody's burger was amazing, but the way they fixed that salt profile on that burger just made everything pop and stand out. So they won on that event, and Robinson was a clear winner over East Bay.
Yep.
So
No question.
where Chamberlain was rocking the highest scores of the day, Robinson High School was winning by the biggest point differentials
Mhm.
on both days of any other competitive team, correct?
Correct. And I will say that Robinson's point difference from day 1 to day 2 was the lowest out of everybody. So everybody did drop in day 2, but Robinson dropped the least.
So they stayed pretty significant.
Yep. Yep.
And that takes us to the finals. I'm not even going to try to change it. The finals is in the group there, or you can just switch down 2 pictures like that. So in the finals last night, we had Chamberlain High School against Robin High School. And the beauty of this, we left the confines of Irwin Technical College, and we moved to the Epicurean Theater and the Epicurean Hotel. And it was an absolutely amazing venue. And it could not have played the better backdrop for 2 amazing burgers going head to head. So we'll paint a quick picture on that. And then our lovelies in the back room there are going, you told us to come on at 8:30. It's all right, Mackenzie. You're still going to make your vacation that you're leaving for in June. All right. So they can't, nobody can see what we see. Mackenzie's in the back room just being Mackenzie. So all right, so I don't know. Maybe we switch to some of the pictures real quick.
Heard.
So we'll just flip through some of the photos here so you could see some. But as I described the Epicurean Theater, so big shout out again to my man Max, sous chef at the Epicurean Theater, called me up one day and says, "Hey, do you want to cook in the theater?" And I'm like, "What the hell's that mean?" And basically the description was come down and play. And I went down and played, and it was a great time. And of course, Max was sous chef there at the time, and now he is owning his own business, Nosh Caterers, and could not be more proud. But we go down to the theater, and the first thing we do is all the production setting up, getting ready to rock and roll. Because, again, we're filming the end here. These are judging from day 1. we'll just flip through. You guys can take a look at some of these photos, the different teams. But as we set up, the entire intent of setting up is getting ready to film the finals in front of a live studio audience. We had a sellout crowd at the Epicurean Theater, and for this, we brought in 3 judges. So we had a fan vote where everybody in the theater that was bought a ticket, they got to have a hamburger. They logged in with QR codes and got to vote for a burger. And then we had a judging panel of 3 judges, a chef, an educator, and a community member. So our chef was Chef Carlos Villanueva. He is the director of culinary for Euro Baked Breads. And I always mess up his title, but that's okay. To me, he's Carlos, just like Max is Max. Carlo works for Euro Baked Breads USA, and he represented the culinary world in our judging. Principal Sharon Tamicki, the principal of Irwin Technical College. She represented the educators. And then as far as community members, if anybody was listening to the MJ morning show today, you might have heard MJ talking about our event last night. And there are those judges right there. So you got Carlos, then Sharon in the middle. And on the far end, you've got MJ from the MJ morning show. And absolutely amazing judges. Absolutely amazing. So just a great night. They had 30 minutes to cook today at the go back to that one, Patrick. I don't know if you guys
save you already.
Yeah, my crack right there.
Yeah.
We had Shay Shay Sweet macarons for dessert, and they did them in the colors of Robinson and Chamberlain. And if you look inside that Chamberlain one that's upright, you could see that that's a Fruity Pebble filling. Oh my God. So they had 30 minutes instead of 20 because we upped it to 13 burgers. And then they had to send 3 to the judges, 1 to me, and they cut the rest and send them up into the audience for tasting and judging. And that's where it gets fun, because now we bring everybody together and we get to announce the winner. And as hard as it is, as hard as it was to be in the theater and have to announce a winner, as great as that is, it was horrible that we had to tell somebody they didn't win. So at the end of the night, let's you'll do it faster, mate. Can you pull up my Facebook and pull up the post I put? There's 3 pictures in it.
You are VooDoo.
VooDoo.
Or making sure.
So these are my favorite pictures from the event, and these are after we announced the winners. And I want you to look at just the love that's being shared in these photos. You know, when you look at the teams here, these are the competitors from the 2 teams. Those are the competitors from Robinson and Chamberlain who are in the finals. This is after we announced the winner. So, you know, that's just amazing. And there's the 2 instructors just sharing and talking about the night. That's just like such good stuff. And, you know, we had to thank the judges. That was just there for the judges' sake. But those pictures of the instructors and the students, absolutely just this is why we do what we do. It's not about scholarship. It's not about anything. That is a group of people sharing a passion for food, talking, sharing, creating, and then loving just the opportunity to have other people get to taste their creation. And at that point, it's not about who wins, who loses, or any of that. So I got to tell you, that was the best part, second best part of my night. Best part was sitting down for dinner, knowing it was over, and knowing we killed. We'll leave that hang there. So, all right. So I guess without further ado, we just announced the winner, right?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We're inside the Dinner Dia's kitchen, and we are joined here with the VooDoo chef himself, Chef Erik Youngs.
What's going on, Voodies?
All right, my friend. What are we making today?
Dude, we are making a Southwest feast. We're going to make my version of chicken tinga that I call chicken royale, and then we're going to make one of my recipes that goes all the way back to 1995 that I now call VooDoo shrimp.
Bringing it back old school, folks. You don't want to miss this, okay? This is going to be like slow jams and like R&B hits going on at the same time.
I'll make you a mixtape, Jeff.
Oh, we're getting the mixtape. It's coming at you at 1 o'clock Fox.
Hey y'all, Bubba here at Wicked Oak Barbecue in Tampa, Florida. As most of you know, we love helping out and giving back to the community. We do a lot with a bunch of different foundations. But one we worked really close with the last couple years is our buddy Erik Young over at the VooDoo Chef Foundation. You know, at first when we first met Erik, I was like, oh, I don't know about this guy. I thought it was all about the Jack Daniels and stuff, but man, this guy does a lot for the community and plays a huge role in the up-and-coming chefs all throughout the Tampa Bay area. This guy loves what he does, and you can see it in his work. Be sure to come check us out over in Seminole Heights at our brick and mortar, or if you're at one of the games or events down at Emily Arena, we are inside Emily Arena now. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or our TikTok.
What's going on, Voodies? The only way to start your day here in Tampa Bay is with some hot-pressed Cuban toast from my friends over at Alessi Bakeries. They start with their house-baked Cuban bread. They brush it with butter and then press it paper thin inside their sandwich press. The buttery goodness and the crispy taste is something you can only find right here in Tampa Bay. It's so good, it's where I take all my friends.
What is going on, Voodies? Here they are, the winners of VooDoo Underground 2024, the Robinson Knight. Chef Mitchell Smithy, Mackenzie, Jordan, what is going on?
What's up? Hey.
What is with the LED lights and effects? Says the guy sitting in front of the guitars and the VooDoo. What is going on? Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, I had to do that. So tell us, what's it feel? First of all, congratulations. Full tuition scholarship. Absolutely amazing. I know you both have a whole slew of schools that you're looking at. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you go to school. It has to be the right fit for you. Make sure you kick the tires, make sure it's the right fit, and find the one that's best for you, and then pursue it endlessly. So we'll get that out of the way. Tell us how it feels to win VooDoo Underground 2024.
It feels amazing to win, to be honest. Like, really good.
I actually think it's insane, especially being definitely one of my last competitions that I'm doing. So being able to take the win home was definitely amazing. And seeing like the look on Chef's face when you announced that we were the winner was definitely like just a cherry on top.
What do you mean? We told him in advance. He knew beforehand. I'm kidding.
There we go. It's a work. It's a shoot. It's WWF.
It's a shoot. That's right. WrestleMania this weekend. Make sure you watch from Friday at 9:00 all the way through Sunday night. So Mitch, tell us how you feel about the job the girls did, and I know what you're feeling, but share with everybody else out there, man.
It's you spend a lot of time. They tell you we want to do this, and you prepare them as best you can. You work with them, and then you got to sit there and you just got to wait. You can't interrupt. You can't say anything. You got to wait till the very end. But the look on their face, that was beautiful. I was very happy for them and the work they put in.
I didn't get to see their face. because it's production, we're all together, and while everybody's doing their thing, I'm whispering to everybody, all right, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to announce winner. I'm going to step forward. You guys congratulate each other. So I got to keep flapping my gums. So I got to be honest, I can't wait to see the video because I want to see the reaction. So I think that's super cool. Now, and guys, if you have any questions at all through the thing, just chime up. I want to go backwards and say, tell us the process. How did we create the burger?
So it was definitely a learning experience at first. That first day we were working on that garlic aioli, and we had.
I want to go back, Mackenzie. Wait. I want to go farther than that.
You know, farther than that.
I want to know conception. How did we decide this is what we're making? And if I swear to God, if you say, Chef said this is what we're making, now we're really fighting.
Squirming over there.
Nobody wants to tell about how we built this burger, how we decided we're going to use this, we're going to use that. I mean, you guys have been doing VooDoo events for 2 years now.
Chef definitely gave us like the base of the burger. Like he's like, this is how we're going to start. And then me and Jordan added things to it, like the red on the bacon, and we put zing on the tomato and in the aioli.
And the fresh pickles.
Right, and that's what we're talking about. I mean, you didn't reinvent a burger. You owned it and made it your own, and that's what I want to know. So why the choices that you made? Why red? Why? I mean, the bacon was damn good. And here's living proof. Had to change my vote when Smithy gave me extra bacon. But how did it come about? What made you choose red? And then the application of zing. Walk us through that.
I feel like we chose red because it's like a really good seasoning. Like we used it on like our typical tavern burgers. So we were like, it would be perfect for the competition burgers just to add that little kick in the seasoning. And it's like easy to apply. And then zing on the tomato, that just like, I don't know, like the tomato already brings a freshness, and then the zing, you just kind of like get all the flavors with the produce.
So for the record, the easeability of use of the VooDoo Chef sauces and seasonings, along with the nice earthy warm flavor that it added to the burger, is what made us choose that.
So zing we actually brought back over because we used zing in our Italian burger 2 years ago when we did VooDoo Bash. So we brought that in, and then back to what Jordan was saying, just like red is a really good seasoning. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a bottle in my cabinet and I use zing on just about everything, eggs, burgers, all of it.
And of course, to make BRE the best ranch ever recipes on the bottle.
Yeah.
Guys, you absolutely killed it. And I think my favorite part of what you did was just watching the two of you work together, the communication, the mechanics of what you did and how you pulled it off. Talk about the preparation of the timing and all of that went into how we do it.
Honestly, the preparation, like we practiced one time, maybe. I mean, we didn't really know.
Humble brag.
Yeah. We didn't know about the competition until like 2 weeks before or something. And then we were like, oh man, it's coming up. And then we practiced like a day after like we did like a breakfast thing. And then from there, we kind of just tweaked it a little bit, tweaked our style, and went on and improved throughout the days.
What was the biggest challenge?
I would say you can go.
Probably just our timing, and then using up that space, because just like in general, we didn't have a lot of space to work with all these supplies we were using. So trying to maneuver around with the setup and where we're putting everything definitely like cut into our time and how we were using our stuff.
And Jordan, what were you going to say? So space and timing?
The same thing. I was going to say the same thing.
Well, you definitely had me fooled because, you know, you guys, I commented a couple times how you guys worked almost mechanically, because you had a plan, you carried out your plan, and we struggled with a bit of timing on day one, but definitely made up for it on day two, and in the finals, rockstar. And speaking of rockstar, you definitely bring your own smoke show because you were like smoking us out. But did we really need the fire pyrotechnics during the event?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit necessary just to because the fire is needed. It brings the flame to the kitchen, a little spice it up a little bit.
So our second day, the production crew actually counted how many fires we set off. It was 14.
So what we're talking about flyers is they had flare-ups on their cast iron cooktops from the grease. So the cooktops they were using didn't have drain holes, so we had a little extra buildup of excess grease, and they had flare-ups. And Spider's eye was twitching a little bit because he had to see. He's over there with the fire extinguisher, and I got to be honest, I think all of us were like, "Oh my God, how badass would it be if Spider blew them all with the fire extinguisher?" But you had these multiple flare-ups, and then even from day 2 to day 3 at the Epicurean, you corrected that. You updated the cook surfaces, and you got brand new cook surfaces with drain holes, Mitch. Just great update in the procedures, and that's the constant evolution of what we do. And if that's something we can give students along from the creative, now getting into the actual composition and learning about the different tools of the trade and how to better our tools to better service what we're doing, all those pieces of the puzzle just play together to make this even more of a competition that we're excited to do and do every year. All right, Mitch, tell us, what do you think, man? What was the biggest challenge, and where would you like to see them move forward to?
Biggest challenge was the fact that we really waited to the last minute to put this whole thing together. So it's like, well, we don't really have a lot of time to create a new burger. So we already have a base burger. What can you do to make it better? And then, each time they did it, they talked about what they could do better, and they made the changes. So that was beautiful. I'm excited to see where they go. They both have a good future in culinary career. And I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that's their job. But I like the path both of them are looking at.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, and it doesn't. I hate to go back to my K-12 days. I hate to say you got a long time to make that decision, because if I was your senior high school instructor right now, I would have said we should have had this done and chosen in October. But we change every day, we grow every day, and that includes our hopes and our desires and our wants. So as you're continuing to look at schools and come up with that plan, just keep in mind there is no wrong plan as long as you have a plan and you start putting it into action. I got nothing but mad props for both you guys, and I'm going to tell you, all the competitors, it goes beyond the win and the loss. The camaraderie and love that you guys shared with your other culinary students and instructors, I think that's what put you guys at the tops in my book. And I got nothing but excitement and joy, and I can't wait to see where you guys go next.
Thank you.
And here's one thing. If you've been watching, as we touch some of these buttons and we say, hey, and we say congratulations, and we say things like this, and you see all these different people that we're bringing up into the room, these are former students of ours that are checking into the room. And I hope that you guys keep that connectiveness with Chef Smithy and keep him part of what you guys do, not just today, tomorrow, but like some of these former students of ours 20 and 30 years down the road, because it is something that we care about and want to know where you're at and know that you're doing amazingly well, because we have no doubt that that's where you're going to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. I have nothing but kind things to say, right? Until the end of the podcast, right, Mitch? Then everything changes. You see, everybody they all know what's happening right now. So hey, Patrick, why don't we put a link up in the bar there? Let's see if we can coax Fleener and Nishan and a couple other people to join in the room here, because I think it's time for some VooDoo games. Are you guys down for one last competition?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can get a couple other people in this room here. And if we're able to, well, even if we're not able to do that, in about I don't know, 2 minutes, we're going to come back and we're going to play a little VooDoo games.
All right, all you rock stars, we're getting ready to make a VooDoo burger. All right, here we go. Okay.
Well, are you making your voice deeper?
You are. You're imitating the Godman.
That's too funny. You gotta look at their I need to pop a hole. That's funny, man. That's too funny.
So hey, I'm Casey Corello. I play drums with Queensryche, and I love VooDoo Chef. It's amazing stuff. My wife and I cook with it all the time. Thank you, VooDoo Chef.
What's going on, Voodies? Today we're having dessert from the Cake Girl. Check them out online. Order them. They'll ship them directly to your house. If you're here in Tampa Bay, you can pick them up at their Carrollwood location. Cake Girl's Cookie Butter. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that top. Here we go. I can't wait to dig right through it. Nice and smooth. Oh, man. Oh, I don't even know what to say. This is the shit.
All right, before we get into VooDoo games, we got people in the room. Looks like Fleener joined us. If anybody else wants to get in, before we start VooDoo games, I do have to share something with you. Brand new this year, and we are waiting. We waited until today to announce. Just like we have VooDoo Underground, we are now introducing the VooDoo Chef Baking and Pastry Challenge, presented by the Cake Girl. Students are going to be given recipes where they have to make cookies, quick breads, shoe doughs. They're going to have to decorate cakes and ultimately create a composed dessert. And they're going to be awarded a full tuition scholarship to our baking and pastry program. Not to mention, we're filming the whole thing for RHS TV. So get ready. Those invitations go out tomorrow because it is by invite only. All right. With that said, it's time for some VooDoo games. Family member Sean Fleener joining us. What's up, buddy?
Sean.
What'd you think of the event last night, Sean? You were in attendance with your son?
Dude, it was so much fun, and having my 8-year-old there, who's not a chef by any means, telling me he had the best burger he's had since January 1st. Not sure what that meant, but that's what he told me. He had a blast, and I was telling Pat he kept trying to steal our neighbor's macarons.
Dude, your family, all you had to do is come down to the refrigerator because we had a whole box.
Yeah, he probably didn't need any more last night after that gigantic Epicurean burger.
Right? Oh, a great night. All right, so for our two VooDoo Underground winners, you're the newbies to this. Everybody else knows what's going on. Tonight we're going to play VooDoo Games. VooDoo Games is a series of questions which Chef Patrick will host. He will tell us what we're playing here in a little bit. And I'm going to tell you the way we play the games. If you know the answer, you simply shout out your own name. Do not shout out an answer. Simply shout out your own name. And Patrick will call upon whomever he hears first. If he calls upon you, you'll be able to answer the question. If you get it right, you get 1 point. There is no penalty for an incorrect answer. And the winner with the most points, the winner will be the person with the most points at the end of the game. And as always, tonight we're going to be playing for the opportunity to have your name entered into a drawing where you could be selected the winner of a prize that could be named at a later date. And as Derek Wally says, there is no prize. We have updated that. As of today, right now, the winner of VooDoo Games will win an annual subscription to the VooDoo Chef Podcast. You're welcome. All right. We have Don Hill, who thinks we should play VooDoo Games themed 70s and 80s music. The girls are like, excuse me? What are we playing tonight?
So tonight we're going to do Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So we got a elementary school age questions, first grade all through fifth grade, all different subject materials. Some things we might know right away, some things we're going to question.
Well, am I going to regret requesting this game?
Because I'm not going to lie. When you text me, I was actually working on some rock and roll trivia tonight. So I was like, all right, you want this? We'll do this instead.
Well, I wanted to give our guests, VooDoo Underground 2024 winners a chance. I am rather competitive. So, Ed, is your internet working tonight, or do I have to cut you out of the stream here?
No, I'm on the phone right now. So you're.
I know. I'm in trouble, is what you're saying.
In not so many words. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be the Ed show.
All right, here we go. Patrick, I turn it over to you.
Yeah. Great. Question number 1. First grade grammar and spelling. How do you spell the contraction of the words will not?
VooDoo.
VooDoo.
DON''T.
Correct. 1 point VooDoo. All right. Question number 2. First grade geography. How many continents are there?
VooDoo.
VooDoo.
7.
7 is correct.
Wait. Ladies, can we check your microphones?
It's on.
Okay. You have to look to make sure they weren't muted over here. So question 3, moving on to second grade. Second grade science. Are reptiles warm-blooded or cold-blooded? VooDoo.
Cold.
Cold is correct. And for the record, he did not have these questions ahead of time.
For the record, I knew that because second grade was the best 3 years of my life.
Oh my god!
I flunked milk in kindergarten.
All right, question number 4. Second grade English language arts.
Ed, this is you, buddy.
Let's say I haven't even answered the question. I was whatever your Ed. The sequence of events within a story is called
Ed.
Plot.
Plot.
I just want to say I kick ass at elementary school questions.
Man.
So if Erwin doesn't pan out anymore, we always know where you're going to go.
Right. We're going to be hanging out with EFA, bro, over at Cecil.
Question number 5. Third grade social studies.
Oh, no.
Carrie, it's a little harder. I'm sorry. Who is known as the father of the Constitution?
Ed.
Hold on.
Okay.
Adams.
Not correct. Ed.
Fleener.
Jefferson.
Not correct. Fleener.
Never mind. I was going to say Jefferson.
Jordan, did you say your name?
No, I don't know who that is.
I heard something. So
I heard something too. Mac, was that you? Mac's Googling it. That's not fair. We see you. You're on a camera.
Mitch. John Hancock?
Not correct. I feel like I heard the answer.
It's Adams.
No.
I know it now.
Oh, is it Madison?
I can't say. You already answered. I still have two other people playing.
Wait, was it Nicolas Cage?
All right, Jordan, go and take a guess.
Okay, Madison?
Madison's correct.
Okay.
James Madison.
You heard my daughter off camera.
I knew I heard somebody.
She does
said
go to
Madison.
Steinbrenner.
Somebody said Madison. I just didn't know who it was. All right.
We might need a wait. Someone else scored, so I might need a score update.
Question number 6, third grade math.
4.
Say if a square is 5 inches on each side, what is the perimeter
VooDoo.
of the square?
20.
20 what?
Inches.
Thank you. Just checking.
I didn't even hear you say inches.
All right. Question number 7, 4th grade geography. What's the name of the longest river in the world?
VooDoo.
Winner.
VooDoo.
The Nile.
Nile's correct. Jesus.
We need to play this one every week. Same question. Same question.
Still 4th grade here. Number 8. Heat is a form of what kind of energy?
Mackenzie.
What?
It doesn't work that way anymore. Ahmed, did I hear you?
Yes.
Okay.
Thermal energy.
Thermal energy. All right. Question number 9. 5th grade history. This is kind of a trick question, so let's make sure you pay attention. On what date did the U.S. Congress vote to declare independence from Britain?
Winner.
Fleener.
July 4th, 1776.
That is not correct.
Damn.
I don't remember.
I see the wheel spinning a little bit. Kind of.
Well, Don beat us to it.
That is not correct.
Don, you're wrong. I still love you.
So let's just go down the list here. VooDoo, do you have a guess?
Jan 1, 1776.
Not correct. Ed, got a guess?
The 12th of never.
Not correct. Mitch?
August something,
Nope.
1776.
Mackenzie?
I'm gonna go with October or something.
Not correct. Jordan?
June?
What do you say?
June?
Not correct.
I think it was a Thursday.
Correct answer actually was July 2nd, 1776. On July 4th, Congress voted to adopt the Declaration of Independence, and then the document was signed on August 2nd.
You didn't let me finish. I was going to go into that.
Right?
I just really needed to hear July 2nd. Nobody said that, so it's all good.
Was that question worth like 10 points?
That was just a 5th grade question, really. When was Declaration of Independence voted on?
Just I see you found the salt that nobody used, and you're pouring it on our wounds.
All right. And question number 10 here, just for the fun of it. 5th grade English language arts. A group of lines within a poem is called
VooDoo.
a what? VooDoo.
Stanza.
Stanza is correct. Not that it matters.
What? I tell you what.
Man.
I'll tell you what. I am very competitive, but I am also very giving. So rather than have my name entered into a drawing where I could be selected the winner of a prize that could be named at a later date, I will share an annual subscription to the VooDoo Chef Podcast with everybody. Superman, I love that you're here every week hanging out with us, man. You're definitely part of the family. Nothing but love. Guys, don't forget, RHS TV, make sure you log in. Whatever you got to do to make sure you watch the VooDoo Underground Season 1. Season 2 will be up before August. We have to now go take all the great shots, leave most of it on the floor, and cut it down so we can get it on RHS to stream. Most importantly, Mitch, ladies, congratulations on winning VooDoo Underground 2024.
Yeah.
Keep doing that voodoo that you do. Everybody else, nothing but peace and love.